Welcome to the Wednesdays with Will podcast, where Will shares weird, wacky, and wonderful things that go through his mind on Wednesday.
The graphics. What's good in the hood, homies? It's your boy Willy Will the third. We're out here in these podcast streets for another edition of Wednesdays with Will. Like I said, it's your boy Willy Will here, and I'm excited to be here today, man. I'm glowing today, if you will, shining bright like a diamond. Got a little extra light in my eyes. I got a little prep in my step, a little more smile on me, and that's why I'm glowing. I'm emitting from these streets, cause let's just say I'm no longer out here in these streets. We'll hit this right away, man. It's been rough out here in these streets for many years, but I'm now close to the streets. Why, you may ask? It's because your boy Willy Will the third is out here in these relationship streets. You heard it here first, folks, unless you follow me on my personal social media. Yeah, Willy Will the third is out here in these relationship streets, and I couldn't be more excited. I've been so excited the fact that confession time, I'm recording this Wednesdays with Will episode on Thursday. So my last name is Thomas. This might be Thursdays with Thomas today. Shout out to Thursdays with Thomas, because Will was sidetracked last night. I done helped my girlfriend go up to the car repair place to get an oil change and an inspection. Next thing I know, we done spent the whole day together. And man, when I tell you, time flies when you're having fun. Fun in the sun. And now I'm bright and shining like the sun because, I don't know if y'all could hear that beep out here in these streets, but that's like, it sounds like a flat line, almost like my heart did the first time I saw my girlfriend. Woo. Anyway, enough of the lovey-doveys. I'm just saying, that's why we're late here. And I honestly, going forward, hate to break it to y'all, but this might be the last Wednesdays with Will for a while. We are officially taking a hiatus. And some of y'all might be saying, I thought you already done said you're taking a hiatus. Well, I did. We went from about one episode a week to one every other week to once a month to now, I don't know when there's going to be another episode. That's what I'm telling you. So we going to hit it all today. I got plenty of topics, plenty of news. This might be an all-out episode. We're right after Christmas. I know it's the most wonderful time of the year. Definitely was for me. And for many of y'all out here in these streets, man, it's been a busy time. It's been a hectic season. And the new year's approaches. New year, new me. And, 2024 might be my year for real. I could see a wedding with Will for 2024, When you know, you know. That's what they always said. I never understood what that meant until now. Because I know. And I am optimistic about this future. But anyway, that being said, again, back to the podcast, the task at hand. Again, what y'all, stop all this lovey-dovey stuff. Get back to the podcast. I don't know if I'm going to have the time for the podcast, okay? Going into a new season. We're going to be planning and forever and stuff low-key. So, I don't know. But it's just, Wednesdays with Will, it ran its course. It's appropriate that I'm recording one here on December 28th, actually, because literally 1 year ago today, December 28th of 2023, I recorded my first Wednesdays with Will episode. And I think this is the day I created the Wednesdays with Will page. And of course, everything went live that first Wednesday of this year, currently still. But this is where it all started. So, hey, how appropriate for it to finish where it all started. And again, not saying I won't ever record again, just any kind of consistency. Once a month I was trying to at least do. I can't even say I can commit to that. I don't even want to say I'll give you something next year. I don't know. We're on an indefinite hiatus until further notice, until I feel like recording. And honestly, I've put a lot into this show. I've put a lot into this podcast. But it just takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time to set everything up, takes a lot of work to edit stuff, takes a lot to put it out. You know, at one point I was really trying to crank it out. I pushed the Patreon. Not damn one of y'all signed up for it, so I still got like 3 videos on there. I think I'm gonna shut that down this year too. We're gonna go ahead and cut back, prune and simplify, if you will. If you know, you know on that reference. But yeah, we just gotta focus on what's important. My relationship with God, my relationship with my girlfriend, and then my relationship with friends and family and other extended people. Like, you know, really want to focus on that. If you want me to appear on your podcast, hey, we can bring Wednesdays with Will on the road. Okay? I've had about 2 or 3 folk reach out to me talking about, hey, I'd love to have you on the podcast, this, that, and the third of what they're doing. And just for whatever reason, it ain't ever worked out. And it's all I'm saying is I've been available. Y'all done asked the dates. I sent the dates. Let's make it happen. Hey, I ain't going to chase you down like a hound dog, but you know where to find me, okay? I ain't shutting down the Wednesdays with Will page. I'll probably start reposting some old videos this next year, you know, as memories come up. So don't unfollow it. You know, you never know. We might pop back off, and it's sad because we just hit 100 followers, which I'm really excited for. I know that seems to some like little, you know, child's play, but you know, with just organic growth, you know, that's really remarkable over a year. We're almost there on TikTok as well. So let me say to all my Wednesdays with Will followers, shout out to you. Clap it up. Thank you guys for supporting your boy, being on the journey, being out here in these streets with your boy. Because it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, grown a lot, done a lot. I never would have thought about, I guess, 13 months ago that Wednesdays with Will would be a real podcast. Never would have thought that. Truly never would have thought. I had the idea. I thought about it for years of doing it, but I never thought it would be possible because I didn't think I was talented enough to do it. I didn't think I had enough people to help me to do it. And then all came out. That all came to pass this time last year. And so shout out to everybody over the years. Alex, you're the real man. Alex Perez. And Nancy, your wife Nancy. Amazing couple. Y'all first believed in me to get the ball rolling, to shoot the first couple episodes. And then shout out to Bishop Bola, otherwise known as Nick Howard, for letting me crash the studio with you. We had several guests over the years, so I'm going to have to go off the top of my head. I know we had Joseph, we had Daniel, we had Jessica, we had Chris, we had little Naldo, studio audience, back in Studio B, back in the Alex crib. So everybody who's been a part, who's liked, subscribed. I sound like an Instagram model now, or, you know, creator. For all you guys who subscribed, thank you. But seriously, anyway, I'm gonna put a bow on that. I know I've gone on long enough, but seriously, I can't thank y'all enough for supporting your boy. Hope y'all had a great Christmas. My Christmas was amazing. Again, just hung out with my girlfriend most of Christmas. For real. That's pretty much the deal these days. If you don't know where I am, probably having a good time with my girl. But other than that, got to hang with my dad a little bit as well too. Shout out to Willy Will II. You know, passing on the legacy. There would be no Willy Will III without Willy Will II. So let's just clap it up for the big man upstairs, and by that I mean my dad who lives upstairs. For raising me, biblical principles, raising me as a man that loves God, loves his family, loves people, and man, I can't be more grateful for that. Shout out to my mom who's in New York with my grandma right now. Didn't see her this Christmas. Had to FaceTime her, but she's keeping it strong up there in the New York streets. The New York streets, you feel me? Yeah, here in these streets getting them hot dogs. You drive your car over the subway. I don't know what I'm doing. I like the New York accent. Sometimes I think about doing a whole episode in the New York accent. Actually, we're going to start. Let's get to the news now. Let's get to the news. And I'm going to start the news doing this New York accent. And I feel like it fluctuates a little bit. It kind of come in and out. I don't know if it's the best all the time, but we're going to try it for now, okay? So, let's see here. Where's my news, man? Where'd I put my headlines at? Is it over here? I gotta swipe over. Oh, it is over here. I don't know if y'all can see that, man. But first news article. This is hilarious for somebody like myself looking to get married next year. But man who robbed bank to get away from his wife is sentenced to house arrest. So homeboy decided I don't like my wife. My wife driving me crazy. She can never pick a restaurant. She wants me to assume she can never she never knows. She's always stealing my food at this restaurant. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the stereotypical wife complaints. I don't know of them, My hopefully soon-to-be wife is great. So, but anyway, hilarious. A man from Kansas robbed a bank back in 2017 in hopes to go to prison just so he could be away from his wife. So the judge sentenced him to 6 months of home confinement instead. Judge said, hey, you really... I bet the judge was a woman. The judge had to have been a woman. The judge is petty for this. The judge said, nah, you ain't getting off that easy. You ain't getting no free meals, about to be away from your wife for some petty thing. Because I assume for the judge to be able to do that, he must not have actually stolen anything. He must have just broke into the bank with no intentions of actually being a thief. He's not a thief at heart. He just trying to get away from the wife for real. He's like, go ahead and lock me up for a little bit for the wife. And we're going to get to a story later where, hey, this guy did something. At least he didn't take it into his own hands and try to eliminate his wife for real. I guess, hey, one better thing is to try to eliminate yourself, okay? And not by necessarily killing yourself, but he's like, let me just go away for a while. He decided, let me not run away and just change my name, change my identity. Let me not, go to another country, flee, whatever. No, let me just rob a bank and get locked up for a little bit. To get away from the wife. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild out here in these streets. But, homies got to do what homies got to do, I guess. Let's go to the next story. Oh, this is nuts. Iowa man arrested for masturbating at a come and go gas station. My guy understood the assignment. He took this gas station seriously. He said, we gonna come in. First of all, who named this station, man? What? Were they ignorant or did they know what they're doing? What do y'all think? I find that suspicious. Come and go. Because it doesn't even, it's spelled K-U-M and go. It ain't spelled the right way for either of the, I'm very confused. But anyway, the story reads, an Iowa City man was arrested on a warrant for stemming from an incident where he allegedly went into a come-and-go gas station convenience store and pleasured himself in front of customers. Multiple subjects from the store, neighboring businesses, and apartments allegedly identified the man as the subject in photos. When officers confronted him at his apartment, he reportedly admitted that he had clothing that matched the video, but he denied it was him. So he's like, yeah, clothes was me. Looks like the same clothes I have, but it wasn't me. But what did he expect? You tooting and booting in public, yanking the chain. I mean, you expect to just get caught? Like, what was a good scenario? What was a good outcome in his mind? That's what I'm trying to figure out. He said, I'm going to come and go out here in these come and go streets. What in the world? Anyway, we're going to rapid fire through some of these. Here's a topic. Boyfriend who dated 35 women and told it each one he had a different birthday so he could regularly receive gifts is arrested. Man, I cannot speak right now. He's arrested for fraud in Japan. So this man done told 35 different women he had 35 different birthdays so that he could just regularly receive gifts throughout the year. And if I do the math, that's about 3 birthdays a month. This guy was regularly raking in the birthday gifts. This guy was getting all types of probably gift cards and presents and clothes. And it's funny, they got him basically on fraud. 39-year-old man was arrested for scamming 35 women. The serial dater, never heard that term, informed each victim that he desired a meaningful relationship in order to get presents. He also informed each of the women that his birthday was on a different day of the year. The furious women band together and reported him to the police. This is what y'all women be doing. Now, one thing I hear about, y'all women be banding together to catch these men, and I applaud y'all for that. Because there's some trash men out here in these streets, tainting it for us all. That's why it was rough out here in these streets for your boy. Because there's many men out here doing women dirty like this fella. And I've heard of like Reddit forums and like online communities for women to like band together and talk about the trash dudes out here in these streets. And I guess that's how they got this guy. They were like, man, yeah, I had this guy tell me, he was just trying to go really fast into a relationship. It got really serious real quick. Told me his birthday was actually coming up. It's really strange. Oh, wow, I had a similar guy. Let me see this dude. Wow, that looks like the dude I was talking to on Plenty of Fish the other day. Y'all know I met this dude on Bumble. I met this dude on Tinder. Like, man, this dude out here, the same. And the dude's stupid. He probably had the same dating profile pics on like 5 different dating apps. Right, the same thing. It's like, Jerome? Oh, on this app, he's, Quantrell. On this app, he's Demetrius. I don't know why I'm giving him black names. It just sounds like some ghetto mess. I know he's Japanese, so maybe his name is Xingshua and Haozhongjong. I don't know. That's pretty racist, man. I can't think of any Japanese names. Most of the Japanese people I know just have American names. They just be, Joshua, Henry, Dimitri. They just got an Asian last name with American first name. But anyway, that's fraud at its finest, man. Trying to get some free meals, some free gifts out here. Anyway, next topic. Oh, this was nuts. Man leaves mannequin in front of an ATM, leaving people frustrated. Now, this is just nuts because there's really no gain out of this. Other than the pleasure of just knowing you're ruining people's days. I wonder how long they was standing out there before, like, they realized that dude ain't moving. So it says there's a video here. I guess we could watch the video right quick. There it is. Video shows people are patiently waiting behind it for their turn, but then the man was taking an incredible amount of time to extract the money. However, it was surprising nobody had observed how still the man was in front of the ATM. Someone in the line eventually moved ahead to check on the individual to see why he wasn't moving and discovered that it was a mannequin rather than an actual person. It was really an annoying experience for the people standing in the queue, but when the customers finally figured out what was happening, it was a good laugh. There's the guy doing it. He just kind of tips the guy over. The head tilts back. The head tilts back. And they're like, this dude a mannequin. Whoever set this guy up really was just trying to have a good laugh, man. This, sorry, somebody in the comments just said, "What did the Asian dude say when he jumped out of the janitor's closet? Supplies?" Wow. I think I've heard that joke before, but that's just wild based on the last story. That's what that last Japanese man was saying to all the women he was scamming. Supplies, supplies, mother trucker. I ain't really Jeremy. But anyway, why are all these stories right here of people just kind of scamming folk? Let's go to the next one, man. Okay, this is just a good topic. I'd love to see you in your comments. Shout out to, is that Josiah, that boy Josiah in the comments. Comment yours. This is 2 free things. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. 2 free things for life. You can only pick 2. Would you rather have free groceries, free gas, free plane tickets, free rent, or free clothes from anywhere? So you can only have 2 for the rest of your life. That's a pretty good topic right there. You can only have 2 for the rest of your life. Which are you choosing? Is it free groceries, free gas, free plane tickets, free rent, or free clothes from anywhere? Let me tell you what I would pick. Let me get the first eliminated. Now that's the free gas. Well, no. Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh, free plane tickets. That can get out of here. It sounds pretty amazing. I mean, yeah, you can fly anywhere on a rim pretty much and go anywhere. But if I don't have these other things, I'm still living a really expensive life. I got free plane tickets, but once I get where I'm going, I gotta pay rent. I gotta use gas to get around. I gotta buy groceries. I obviously gotta have clothes on my back. So I think that can get out of there because that's just the most, like, it sounds the best. If I already have those other things, that'd be nice. But with that, just free plane tickets in itself ain't that big of a deal. So that can get out of here. Second can get out of here is free clothes from anywhere because I haven't bought clothes in about 5 years. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of y'all from high school have seen this same neon yellow sweatshirt I done had for about 10 years now because I don't need new clothes. I take care of my clothes, regularly wash it, maintain it, and for the most part, I don't have to wear out. Other than undergarments, I done hadn't bought clothes in a while, and I get a lot of free clothes from giveaways. Where I work, I get a lot of free clothes. So that's number 2 to get out of here. So now it's a pretty tough one between free groceries, free gas, and free rent. Those are really tough for me. And I guess I should pick let me just give you the 2 I'll keep then now. I think first, the most important one to me is free groceries. Man, food is my love language. I love food out here in these streets. To have free groceries essentially means I never have to buy never have to buy food. I never have to really pay for food again, other than if I want to just go out for fun or hang out with the boys or with the homies. So I think free groceries is number 1 on that list because that would be pretty cool. And then I think I'm gonna tie it in. Number 2, it's going to be free rent, man. Rent is expensive out here in these streets. I think rent's more expensive than gas, so that's why I'm going to go with free rent. Also, it doesn't specify where I'm staying, so I'm assuming I can get like a penthouse suite, or I can have rent out a house at a really nice mansion or something. So all those things aside, I'd rather have that because I drive a Camry. I get a pretty fuel efficient vehicle anyway. I get 30 miles to the gallon. Free gas ain't that big of a deal, especially now that Biden finally done got the gas prices back down. I can live with paying for gas here and there. Plus, I live in the city. I don't have to travel that far. So, free gas is number 3, a close third, but I'm going to go free groceries, free rent, and then free gas, free clothes, free plane tickets is last. Get out of here, free plane ticket. So, y'all tell me what y'all's picks would be, but that's what I got for my 2 things for free for life I would take. All right, next up we got, shout out to this minor league baseball team pulls t-shirt after design resembling racial slur. And for our audio listeners, they got an N with 2 eyes, like the eye emoji, and then GA. So So obviously, on look, it looks like it say nigga. Now it's missing a G, but it do have the two, got two eyes instead. So I don't know, man. Somebody was doing the most. The PR department knew what they were doing here. I want to know what team it was. Let's read the headline here. It says a minor league team pulled a T-shirt after catching flack on the X app. First of all, thanks for acknowledging X's pronouns, right? Some of y'all still calling X Twitter out here in these streets. But X done changed its pronouns. It go by X now. So, yeah, acknowledge X's pronouns, okay? Someone caught flat on the X app, formerly known as Twitter. Okay, thanks for the clarification, in case we weren't sure. For strongly resembling a racial slur. It was a Chattanooga Lookouts. Okay. Oh, it is the Chattanooga. So that's supposed to be Nooga for Nooga. All right. The logo with two eyes resembled the double O in the graphic. The logo definitely makes you do a double take. What was the team thinking? Hilariously bad, an ex-user wrote. It's a tremendous logo. They just needed to shrink them to look more like O's here, LOL. Another user suggested. The Nike branded shirt is no longer available on the team's website. I wonder why. But the News Channel 9 reported that an Internet Archive listing of the team site shows the design for sale as recently as July 23rd. Even though the design was removed from the Lookout site, other clothing retailers have begun using it for their own use. The logo can be found for sale on multiple websites. I guess people have bought it out so they can just sell this on the black market. No pun intended. Maybe the nigga market. Oh, the Chattanooga Lookouts. It's actually, okay, I'm not going to hold you. Just that being said, if you want to put nigga aside, that's a pretty good logo. I ain't going to hold you. For the Chattanooga Lookouts, it's like a nougat with two eyes. They looking out. I mean, it's actually good branding. It's really good branding. I'm going to hope the best that some ignorant person just did not think this through and made it and then posted it and was like, oh, we've made a mistake. Because look, they got the Nike brand on it, the little swoop. Nike backed this thing. Or at least they got it approved through them. So somebody really missed on the PR team here. They really missed it on the PR team because yeah, that is hilarious though, man. That's hilarious. And it is Chattanooga. Isn't that that's in like Georgia, isn't it? That's just the worst spot for it. That's Georgia. Just not the good. Some southern state, this isn't a good look. Not a good look, man. All right, next news item. This is I think this is our last news one for the day. Kind of nuts. 8-year-old boy lets Black Widow bite him because he wanted to become Spider-Man. Come on, y'all be educating your kids, man. This kid watched one Spider-Man movie. It must be the Tobey Maguire one. And he really thought he could become Spider-Man. So I don't know how he got this Black Widow. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he went to PetSmart. Do PetSmarts have Black Widows? I don't know what he did. He just put his hand in a Black Widow jar and let it bite away. But this dude really thought he was going to become Spider-Man. Had to go to the hospital. Here it is. An 8-year-old boy allowed a Black Widow to bite him because he wanted to become Spider-Man, according to health authorities. After being bit by the spider, the boy captured it in a glass and went home. But upon arriving home, he began to feel extremely sick. He experienced body aches and intense muscle contractions. The boy, who is from Bolivia, is currently in stable condition in the hospital being treated with anti-venom. So, looks like he's surviving. He's getting away. He's going to survive. He ain't going to become Spider-Man. He's just going to become a dumb man with a story when he gets older. Like, you really let a Black Widow bite you? Oh, man. Poor guy. This kid. Where was the folks at? Where was his parents? You know, because this be one of them things. I know he had to premeditate this. You can't just spontaneously let a black widow bite you. I mean, I haven't been to Bolivia. Maybe there'll be black widows out here in these streets, but I would think you'd have to capture it first. I mean, he had the wherewithal to capture it after, which is also genius. I don't know if he thought, he'd have an origin story, so he wanted to keep the spider that would give him his spider powers. So maybe he could harvest the venom and sell it to his friends after him. I don't know what he was thinking, but. Dude, and look at him. He's in the hospital with the whole outfit on. The Spider-Man costume on. He really thought he could just keep that on and the webs would just rejuvenate out of his skin or something. What was he thinking, man? Because at least according to the OG Spider-Man comics and stuff, most of the Spider-Man powers are man-made. Isn't the web like he had to get some web juice or something like that? That's what I remember. It's like he has a little doohickey there. It's not like he can just automatically summon the web from his veins. But hey, we've all been 8 once. I thought I could fly when I was 8. I remember thinking, because I had a dream once that I could flap my arms real quick, and I started to levitate. So, I jumped off of my 2nd story balcony and started flapping, hoping I could fly, and I believe I could die, because that's almost what I did. Lucky I didn't break my neck, break my ankle, my hips, I was all right. Fell on my knees, fell on my butt, but you know how 8-year-olds, we rejuvenate quick. That's one thing about this. He's in stable condition. If an 88-year-old did this, would have killed over and died on the spot. But 8-year-olds bounce back quick. We got them healing powers in our body. Honestly, babies are superheroes in themselves. I've heard of babies gotten dropped as kids. They still turned out fine. So, kids will be all right. We gonna be all right. He'll bounce back. Kids be bouncing back quick. Next thing you know, he's gonna try to drink some other potion to become Superman or something. I don't know. Kids do the darndest things, don't they? Anyway, that's it for the news today, man. Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. This episode was good. It was sponsored by Bass Pro Shops. And shout out to Bass Pro Shops, man. I think Bass Pro Shops is coming to an end here, too, now. It's been a good couple years. Has it been 2 years? I think it's been a year and a half, because I started in the summer of last year. A year and a half of Bass Pro. The sales have gotten dry. The podcast has gotten dry. But my love life hasn't gotten dry. Amen. Not that come on, no, some of y'all are thinking the wrong thing. It ain't like that yet. We're saving it for marriage, but we're we out here in these streets moving that way, okay? So shout out to Bass Pro so I can afford a honeymoon, amen. So y'all go ahead and invest into Bass Pro, because you're investing into my future, huh? My future Willy Will the 4th, huh? Yeah. No, I'm playing. The legacy ends here. No one can surpass Willy Will the 3rd, okay? Not even his own son. I'm a little selfish out here. I'm a little too prideful about the name. So we're keeping it. We have it trademarked. I got it saved on every future social media platform. It's already trademarked, okay? So Willy the Will out here to stay. And you'll see me around. Like I said, we ain't going nowhere. I'll still be out here in these streets, just a little less frequent, Pop my head in here and there every so often. But thank you for everybody who's made this podcast a success. I shouted out everyone earlier. I lastly wanted to shout out to Brandon Kahn for the intro, man. Thank you, man. You did that no charge, low key. So y'all hit up Brandon Kahn. If y'all need voiceover work, shout out to Tyson Russ for the intro music. I've had a lot of people help me with this, man. I couldn't do it without y'all. Shout out to Josiah in the live chat right now, keeping it real, because that guy inspired me to really keep this podcast going and really hone in on my own voice. So lots of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Some people say that and they say it's been real, it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. It has been real fun out here in these streets. And I've enjoyed making content for you. Go follow my main page, Willy Will the 3rd, because I am going to try to pop out some new videos on that page next year. Try to get some new content coming y'all's way. Because, yeah, I don't want to just quit the whole social media thing, but it's going to have to shift a little bit. So, anyway, it's been a great run. Wednesdays with Will. Until we meet again. Deuces. Smell you later.